Dundeeznuts mid. This is an interesting draft. Probably one of the most creative drafts we've seen so far.
Yeah. I mean, we're certain if we're looking at the Area 51 bot lane, Jinx is one of those, scaling champions. You have her, get her 3 items, she will just decimate your team. But then we see Weebly playing in Ezreal, who, combined with that Nautilus, has that early kind of pick potential. We could see them trying to shut down that bot lane very quickly, try and get that advantage, and then just move on to the rest of the map and just kind of flex themselves that way. We've also seen the Victor mid though. I'm not too sure how he goes into a Rise.
Okay, first question. Invades. Do we expect anything?
Well, I mean, we certainly have the possibility. I mean, if possibly, we're seeing. We've got the Nautilus here.
Oh,
The
this is
red
looking
side is
like a
also
mid.
snacking. This is looking like Fiesta at the very start.
Oh, this
I
is
mean,
gonna be a
we're
yes.
sitting here. We're sitting here with the Nautilus. He has his hook. Ares playing on the Hecarim, who can also throw some CC in if possible. It kind of buggers his jungle pathing a little bit, but
They have the Nautilus. Also, like for the Shen, if they want to really start the invade, the Shen has to start with this taunt, which is never a good idea for laning phase. It just
no,
weaks his lane.
no. Just a bit of posturing, making sure that
Neither team
no one,
gets an advantage.
nothing happens. Pretty much, yeah. We saw Bedamu on his way to top lane, same as Dusk. Hecarim doing the red start, as is expected.
Very standard starts from both sides. Just doing the
Mm-hmm.
early 5 stack to make sure that there's no invade potential from either team. To be fair, for Area 51, the invade potential really isn't there, with their main TP being on the Vi and Braum not even having most of that unlocked.
Not yet, no, not yet.
While Dundeeznuts did have a better chance for an invade, but also decide against it, considering maybe the level 1 prowess of Area 51.
Yeah, we've seen five camp clears from both junglers. And following the exact same route as well, it seems, red through to Gromp. The Hecarim does have the slight advantage in speed here, so we could see some. Oh,
And
we
that's
have
a
a pause. Yeah, I was just about to say, we could see a nice and early gank from coming in from Ares if he can keep that speed up. We see Vile Storm and Weebly. They're a bit further back, so they may just be allowing Vins and Brian to push in that lane so that
They are
Ares has
intervention.
access.
Yes, that might very well be. As we see everything in lanes being quite even, nothing special outside of maybe a few minion leads.
Yeah. Top's lagging. Okay. That's what. That is the verdict.
But yes.
Stop having Lost Ark in the background. This is no. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're downloading, several gigabytes of adult entertainment.
Cool. But anyways, there's not really any special rune choices to talk about either. Maybe the ghost on the Gwen is something that can be debated. Not taking the flash into a team comp with a good amount of CC. But also.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you get CC'd, then what exactly are you going to be doing? I think I can kind of understand that, Gwen having that immunity on her W, I think it is.
Yes.
Rather than just flashing away, if you can run away and cause yourself to stay immune so that CC doesn't even hit you in the first place, that might be a better choice than taking a flash that you can't proc because you are in fact CC'd.
Or you could also proc the flash before you get CC.
That's a bit difficult sometimes though, when you've got something like a Hecarim trying to be all up in your grill.
It might be.
Because the Hecarim CC is very, very short ranged, you know. Both the CC on his E and his ultimate, they both require him to be in melee range. So
Yes, and nothing's happening.
nope, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. To be fair though, I'm surprised to see the Conqueror on the Hecarim.
That is, yeah, that's an interesting choice to not also take the face rush. To be more up in the Hecarim's grill.
Yeah, phase rush, or even just the Predator, you know, just to have that initial burst that helps you come in for the gank, which given you have the movement speed attack scaling on Hecarim, it's also something that's nice.
That is very true. Well, we have Berumu joining back to the game, but is he still having problems? That is the main call.
This is what I'm telling you. This is why you do not download your Happy Fun Time movies when you're meant to be playing a game.
Movies are for movie time, games are for game time. That is the main lesson to be learned here. Which one is more of a disaster, this or yesterday's draft against?
Yesterday's draft in the early game is still more of a disaster. I mean, that was what 3-4 remakes because of all sorts of different reasons. It was certainly something.
4 remakes because of crashes and not having certain summoners. Oh boy.
Not pointing any elbows. Not you know, no one's to blame for that at all. That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not pointing fingers. Not pointing fingers.
No.
And we're finally back in the game.
Hey! Things are happening again. Things are moving again.
And we froze.
Things are not moving again. Aye. Would this be a UNL stream without any sort of issues going on? Wait, I have sound. Okay, no, it seems to freeze. Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you, Adam. You're a god among men.
Yes. As we see a few lane priority moments, Shen being in heavy prio in top lane, while the side of Area 51 in Vince and Brian also being in heavy priority, but leaving them vulnerable to ganks, which could be coming very soon.
Yes, this is exactly what I was saying. You know, you've got the Hecarim. He has such an insane potential clear speed. We're seeing, what is this, a sub 3 clear on his part, you know, and he could have been setting up for the gank there, but now we see some vision coming down, making that a lot more difficult.
Gets a free ward though, and a bit of free money.
He does. And he seems, he's just going for that scuttle.
Well, Vi also in the top lane, like top side of the map, going in for that scuttle, while Dusk takes a very early recall to get himself that null magic mantle against the Gwen. A very decent buy.
Yeah, we saw him. Okay, we've got the Vi here heading somewhat towards mid lane.
No, this is going to be a mid 2v2.
Yes, Ares is here as well on the Hecarim. Dabby's is somewhat low.
Ares?
Ares missed completely.
Might be valuable to visit Specsavers and get some new glasses after that one.
Maybe. I don't feel like the gank on the side of Eze was all that strong either. Bishan just kind of shrugged that off.
No, wouldn't have been. It would have been a bit more impactful if there wasn't the Hecarim also posturing for the
Yes.
gank in mid lane.
Yes. Yes.
But because it was a 2v2, Ryze already being low, they have no potential to win that with a full health Hecarim as well. If he just, you know, hit his CC. Happens.
Well, you know, with these comments that are going on now, it's a shame that we didn't see a Bizahar in mid lane.
Oh no.
Or maybe even something like a BMO.
No, stop. But yeah, as we see a bit of a CS lead growing in top lane for Dusk on that Shen, while mid is staying quite literally even, and bot getting a slight CS lead on the side of Area 51 as well.
Yes, yes.
And recalls
But
came in from
the
both
recall is
leaders.
coming in, so we can see Weebly catching up here, for also maybe going for a reset.
Yes. And Dub is actually saving his teleport there. Because of Bishan doing a small freeze. And so realizing it's not really worth it to teleport there and save it for a time where he might take a bad trade and get way easier back to lane. Well, we see just normal trading, grass procs, everything, while Bedlam
Yeah.
goes hit 6.
Back and forth. Oh, he does have the potential here, but
Has the potential
Davies.
needlework, while Dusk is still waiting for his Stand United to help other lanes.
And to be fair, the Stand United also doesn't really give him much trading potential. We do see Bishan hitting the level 6 before Davies though.
Yeah, and that is the Chaos Storm and the full trade out of Bishan to Davies. Well, Davies is still posturing to go in.
Blue team getting the early dragon here. Davies is having to back off though.
And Vince got himself caught in Drake Pit for some reason and just dies.
Yeah, first blood going to Weebly. That will be a nice way for him to, you know, prevent that snowballing that he needs to prevent from happening.
Yes, very well done by the side of Dundeeznuts right there. Oh, Dusk missing the taunt onto Bedomu.
Oh, yes, that's not exactly ideal.
Still winning out in trades because of the percentage max health damage and RS just coming
Clearing
to show
some vision.
himself and clear the vision out of the top lane brush.
And then you just see the horse
A
going
bit
back
more
into his
setup.
jungle.
Horse taking
Yeah,
his role.
you know, League of Legends is one of those things where you do actually see a horse in a jungle. And we see the
Nice
taunt
shadow
coming in.
dash.
Bedumu is, you know, he does throw the immunity down, but since Shen is up in your face, he does not manage to actually go immune.
Yes.
And the trade is very hugely in favor of Dusk there.
Yeah, still reserved from using the needlework there, realizing there's most likely no kill potential yet in this lane. So just being patient with it, while we also see Ezzy in top side. They might look for the Shen here. They might look to kill Dusk unless he backs off instantly, which he does.
We see two control wards in that bot brush.
Mechanics.
This is the pro play. This is the pro play. If they kill one, you can stop them from killing the other by just walking up to them. You see. Okay, we see.
It's just clearing. Nothing special happening yet. A bit of
Ezzy is in that Herald pit there.
Going for the early Rift Herald. Almost in spawn. While Beremu's just going for some top plates. Got actually
Davies
one.
is getting chunked quite a bit there though.
Yeah,
But
this is
Bishan is taking the.
Oh,
yeah.
Ezzy.
Oh! Nice. We see the CC coming in. He gets knocked up, and the kill goes down to Davies. He's still caught in this Chaos Storm though,
Yeah,
and he does fall low.
That was a very nice incentive. And another point.
Oh, and we do have Ares coming in. He does have the ultimate. Oh, very nice. We see,
Very great
Yes, yes.
trading fights from both sides, even though Area 51 gets a bit more of an advantage with the Rift Herald in the mid lane. It was a very nice gank from Ezzy toward the Victor, using the cease and desist and everything to keep him in place, and especially a good setup from David with that Rune Prison to keep him in place. And in bot lane, we just see Brian and Vince overextend, get caught by the Nautilus ultimate, and just also the Hecarim ultimate, and keep
Yes,
being in a
the
tasty train
Hecarim.
of death.
The Hecarim ultimate really sealed the fate there. We saw the fear going down on Vince, and he just, you know, you saw him running into Weebly and Vilestorm because of it, and that was death right then and there. Right then and there.
Yeah, there was really nothing to do about that from both Bishan and the bot lane of Area 51. And that is a nice trade, but still a bit in favor of Dundeeznuts because of course, the gold leads on the kills and the farm leads that they're kind of... Well, they actually don't have any farm leads. Never mind, there's only a nice lead in jungle. While Gwen is getting a...
Gwen is getting
farm lead, but that is mostly because of Dusk respecting Gwen's all-in potential, especially with that ghost.
and yeah. And I mean the needle work is also still up, so he does need to be rather careful.
Yes, especially because of that needle work and the ghost running down. It's very dangerous for Shen to actually walk up close to the Gwen. But Gwen also does not have that much kill pressure if Shen just knows to keep a small distance.
We see Vince and Brian being a lot more careful now.
A lot more cautious with the push, and seeing that the bot lane of Dundeeznuts now started roaming toward that Drake and setting it up. I have a feeling Area 51 are just, yeah, they're just giving it. While Ezzy is poking and prodding around Ares' jungle, but finds that it's completely empty and he's just wasting his time. Most likely looking for Dusk here, if he doesn't get that back off. Although Bed is allowing him to get away.
Yeah, as he is still kind of lingering though. We do see the teleport coming down from Dusk though, getting himself back to lane pretty quickly.
Yes, has not had any need for that Stand United yet to be used, because most of the fights have been very one-sided. And even in that mid gank, where he probably could have saved Bishan, there wasn't really much to do. Especially with the Vi ultimate and the Rune Prison coming from Rise.
No, that would have been a definite 2-for-0, and that really wouldn't have helped.
Yes,
at all.
It would have been a waste of an ult and a waste of a life.
Yes.
To say the least. Well, we can see many components forming in the top lane for Dusk. Having the Aegis of the Legion and the Balmy Cinder toward the Sunfire Cape. While Gwen already having the Fleeching Leer going toward, obviously, the Riftmaker. And the healing of that. To stay a bit more healthy in the fights, especially using that needle work. Now it is just...
And there is a
wall state again.
yeah, just a bit. Things are very careful at the moment, and no one's really taking any chances. No one's taking any risks. We do see
Although
Ezzy
Ezzy-
standing here though. He's in that mid bush. They don't have vision on him.
They have zero vision. We see this normal trading Rise.
Oh, Dusk does come in with the taunt, and he does
Nice
catch, but doesn't really do all too much.
As long as he's keeping the Gwen out of full HP, that's one of the main things he needs to work for.
There we Aris coming in, gets the fear off on Bedamu. Bedamu
Middle
does
one.
go, yes,
Yeah,
and chunks Aris like mad.
yeah, and that is Ghosts popped from both Hecarim and Gwen, and the ultimates popped also from Hecarim and Gwen. Using that needlework and using that Onslaught of Shadows to get a bit more pressure for Dusk in the top lane. While we might see Bedamu just TP straight back to lane to prevent Dusk from taking plates, even though the plates just fell, so doesn't get any plates. Oh, Venomwood does TP to the river.
Does manage to come in towards the dusk here. Gets a bit of damage on him, not all too
Yeah.
much, just enough to have him to back off.
He was most likely otherwise looking for a back as well.
Mm-hmm,
That was just the perfect way to showcase why Shen is so safe in this matchup because of that Spirit Refuge. He just does not take damage from auto attacks. And
No,
when being
no.
an auto attacker, it just really doesn't help Gwen's case.
No, it doesn't. We do see completed mythics on most of the members of Area 51 though.
Yes. The only one missing, obviously, Brian and
Oh.
Black Army not yet being able to.
The stand United does come down. Bishan does still fall, and as it gets taunted, we see a lot of damage coming out. The Super Mega Death Rocket came down, helped get things low, and
That
this
was
was
just a disaster.
not the trade that Dundeeznuts was looking for.
That was very well played by the side of Area 51 there, using the CC from Braum and Vi very perfectly, and using that cease and desist on the Victor to keep him locked up, keep him not be able to get away anywhere. Not to let him have any chance. Oh no! As Black Hole tries to TP to the tower when it's falling, and wastes his entire TP. That is a disaster. But
And
yes,
Vedimer manages to get the second Herald as well, meaning that Area 51 is 2 for 2 on Heralds.
yes, and Dusk also does get that Stand United in to get himself into the fight, get that kill and assist to help the Hecarim secure them, but just is not enough, and Area 51 come out on top with Rice getting boosted ahead with the 2 kills, and that Everfrost already completed. Jeez. Voice is dying. Anyways, so Drake number 3. Do we see any fights here? Venom using the Rift Herald in the top lane.
We've got that
I mean,
top tier 1 cracked open as well now. We see Area 51 clearing vision, and they are looking to set up to take this.
oh, wow,
The hook does miss. We have Hecarim coming in with the ultimate. It was a nice fear. Weebly falls.
sorry, Vince,
and-
not Weebly. Vince falls.
Yes, sorry, Vince falls. 2 Weebly.
Weebly getting a triple kill there. Okay, go over the fight a bit. That was an insanely good usage of the onslaught of shadows from Ares, hitting both Ezzy and I think it was Vince in the back of the pit there with that ultimate to keep them CC'd, keep them away, and then just allowing Weebly to free hit completely, kill anything he wants, and get even more ahead with being 501, with most likely going in for that Divine Sunder or Trinity Force very soon.
Well, no, because he's already got the Essence Reaver. He's going to be building a different mythic.
Mayhaps.
Which makes me wonder exactly what is he going to build as his mythic.
Oh,
we
no,
see here, we see the Essence Reaver. We see him having a tier. We see 2 long swords.
Oh, this might be one of the weird ethereal builds I've seen. The Essence River Muramana Crown build.
Ah, yes, he
didn't
does.
but-
He does go for the Muramana, and I can see the crown being useful.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. They don't really have that much poke, and they only have quite big engage. So.
Oh, it's not even that. If you look at
Oh, Ezzy.
Oh, that was cheeky. That was cheeky. Especially since the ghost came out from Ares there.
Ah, that is just burning summoners left and right. That's very well played.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at the way that Ezreal scales because of his hybrid scaling, building something like a crown on him, even when he has AD for his auto attacks, since you know his WQ combo is where most of his damage comes out. It still scales. It still increases the damage.
Really does, and we have just another LoL state on the map. Nothing special happening, just farming, trading pressure, ping pong on the minion waves as normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do, you know, see four kills in favor to Dundeeznuts, but even then, we're still looking at a 1k gold lead in favor of Area 51. So,
Yeah, that is mostly because of the tower plates and the towers that
mhm,
they have actually so far accumulated.
we see Israel, Nautilus, moving up towards this top lane, maybe helping Dusk answer Bedamu.
This might be a taunt flash angle from Dusk here.
Yes, yes.
Although Bedamu does
Bedam
see
is backing
everyone
off.
first, so
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got the vision for it. He's not having anything to do with this.
While Area 51 going in for the last tier 1 tower and getting it completely for free.
Yeah, this bot turret is falling. We see Ares
Alright.
sitting here in his bush as he is taking his Gromp.
So
Bishan
close from
tried to
Bishan.
take it.
Gets spotted by the sweeper from Ezzy.
Mhm, mhm.
And that is suddenly every single person in bot lane.
Yes,
Except the Shen.
but Dundeeznuts just kind of moving, trying to answer it, but you know, roaming back towards mid, trying to put a bit more pressure out here. It seems.
Really just trying to trade a bit of pressure toward that Drake in minute 40. Just keeping the Shen in top lane, not allowing the Gwen to take tier 2s, and trying to keep at least a minimal amount of sideline pressure. And Dusk just warding the Baron, good to be aware of, even especially because they have Jinx Rise, which is a really fast combo to kill the Baron with. As we see Davis not actually go for the Fimbulwinter build on Rise, instead preferring the Seraph Embrace. I mean, it's actually a bit more sustaining fights with the heals coming out of Seraph, but... And Fimbulwinter obviously relying on getting that Rune Prison down to keep someone rooted to even proc the shields. And... yes, nothing that special happening on the map again.
Nope, nope. It might get to the stage where, you know, if this game just keeps going in these lull states, that we'll just celebrate and cheer when wards are taken. It's happened in pro play. It could happen in UNL. Never say never. Oh, Ares potentially getting
Oh,
caught out here, using the
has
ultimate to
to
get
burn
away.
the ultimate. That is very unfortunate for the upcoming fight. Having
Uh
to
huh.
burn the ultimate out so that it's not there for the Drake.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Seeing a
Well,
bit of posturing in the jungle here, bit of trading in the top lane.
just doing nice trades. Constantly looking for the Stand United to join the Drake fight.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Bishan, but did try and, you know, do some chunking with a laser, even though it did miss. Got a bit of back and forth. Ares just sitting there on the sideline.
And another
And we have
ball.
a pause.
This time for jungle internet going.
Ares, you're just using that as an excuse.
No, it's
So,
Ezzy's internet actually. Or was it Ares or Ezzy? It looked like Ezzy, I think. I don't know. One jungle's internet is going haywire, so happens. Oh, this game has been a disaster.
no. You see. This is the master plan. This is the ultimate master plan. He's called for the pause. He's sitting there. He's getting himself into the right mental state, into the right position, and then, you know, he's just going to sweep in without ultimate.
Ah, yes. This is the... As we heard a few weeks ago from Mark the Dundee's special plan of false confidence to the enemy team by saying they have internet issues and lowering the
Uh huh.
lowering the confidence of your own team.
So I'm seeing Mark here saying Virgin Media, let's go. Let's see, this is why he needs to update to something like, I don't know, Talk or something. Don't go to Talk. The customer service is not the best. Uh,
We got a ready call from Dundeeznuts side, but Area 51 are not answering. So we are in a pause state. Again, posturing for okay, and the game is back on. As all of Area 51 seems to be stuck in a bush, and we have this bug again.
Band backing off again, and yes, things are frozen again.
Adam, do your thing.
Okay.
Let's hope.
This is an interesting game so far.
A game full of trials and tribulations.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. We've got Ares, you know,
Drake's spawning.
sitting on the sidelines. We've got Drake spawning. Area 51 don't really want to be conceding this. However, they are getting pressured off. We see Dundeeznuts starting on the Drake. It is going down. It is going down fast. Brian is here for the front line. We've got the laser coming in from Bishan. The hook goes down. Ares does manage to get. Oh no, it was Bishan that got the kill. Dusk managed to get down, gets this kill on Brian.
Great flash from Weebly. And that is just...
Yeah, Bedamu is trying to stay alive, but it just doesn't work. Dundeeznuts come above victorious, and this Drake goes to them. That's 3 for 1 on Drakes.
Gold lead almost even now, and that was just a masterclass of playing that fight even without the onslaught of shadows on Hecarim. That was just a pure masterclass, and I have to agree with Oslo in chat that Nautilus hook was quite sus.
It was sus, but you know, it worked, and it landed its mark, and we're seeing a quick Baron coming down here. Area 51 are moving up, trying to intercept. We've got Brian here. He manages to just catch a glimpse of them. As he is here, Baron does fall.
They know what to put down. They might just
Vilestorm dies. Dabbies tries to come in, but the rest of Dundeeznuts just seems to manage to get away.
Yeah, Vilestorm just taking the death for his team, saying that my Baron is worth less than everyone else's. Just let me die and get away.
Yeah, I die. You keep the buff. You keep the buff. We're seeing the gold lead now swinging in favor of Dundeeznuts.
Yeah, and that Drake fight was very proficient fight from Dundeeznuts, especially hitting that Nautilus hook and then instantly killing Vince out of the fight, getting rid of their main DPS, having still Dabbies alive, but him also getting quite focused by the Vilestorm and Ares on their Nautilus and Hecarim respectively. And then using that Stand United to get the Shen in, while Gwen has to use the teleport to reach the fight. Whoa, that was a very exciting fight to watch. They could have also just like tried to go for a steal, well, by going over the wall with SE, but thought the fight was better, and unfortunately didn't hit the mark and just fell completely flat. Fuck off, Mark, with the Red Bull Baron play. But yes, with the Baron, they're now extending their goal leads with...
Yes. See, this is the kind of scrappiness that you learn when you live in a place like Dundee. You have to be resourceful. You have to be. There's no two ways about it. We're seeing a push trying for this mid turret here. That cannon minion just out of range being defended. Area 51 trying, but Vilestorm is taking damage for it just so it can burn down the turret. These are some masterful strats.
Well, Vilestorm just being the man of just like, you are not getting this cannon minion. You are not touching this. This is ours.
And we see Dundeeznuts finally cracking open that mid tier 1. Duskin, Bedomu sitting scrapping in that bot lane a little bit.
Dusk and Bedomu doing the casual top laner things such as everyone else, just 4 people in mid lane ARAMing it out, and then just Dusk and Bedomu in bot lane, just watching each other in the eye and being like,
we're top laners. We're top laners. We're top laners. We're used to this.
Do you want to go fight or do you just want to stay here? It's the current question for them. As hitting a great taunt and pulling out the Spiritual Shield.
Bedomu dropping low. That needlework coming in instrumental to guarantee a survival. Vilestorm is now here. The Ezreal, yes, managed to hit its target. Bedomu is very low, very low.
That was very nice damage from... This Ezreal build is concerning. I guess he's just skipping a mythic and going straight Essence River Muramana Cyril does. I mean, I can
What's
see.
going on here? What
I can
is
see
going on
one
here?
thing. Damage.
Yeah, I can see damage. I can see damage, but
Damage.
no mythic. This is interesting. This is interesting.
Yeah, no mythic bonuses. That is actually kind of, yeah.
You would
He is
think,
skipping a bit.
you know, him building into something like a crown to get that AP bonus from it would be quite a nice thing.
Or even Divine Thunder for that penetration bonus. But
Ah, not with the first Essence Reaver, you know. Going Essence Reaver into a Divine Sundra, just it doesn't seem worth it. We've got Dundeeznuts stacking on the Drake here. It's up in just over 10 seconds.
to be fair, another Ezreal build I've seen that's kind of worked has been the same except with an Eclipse for the percentage max health damage.
Uh-huh.
Like the percentage. The percentage penetration damage, sorry.
Ares is just kind of going zoom, 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 zoom. And this on the blast cone, they don't have vision. They're drawing the Drake out.
Yeah, that is. He just has to go in.
He is going for it. He is going for it. Nope, nope. The flip didn't work. He tried. He attempted, but Ares got the smite down.
He really wanted the job at McDonald's, but it's just not a burger flipper duty today. No flipping for Ezzy on that fly. As we see, just normal builds come out from everyone else. There's only us being built for both mid laners. And Jinx going in for that Runans into Lord Dominic's for that great penetration. And Shen finally building the Thornmail to get rid of that anti-heal. To get more of that anti-heal on the team. And we are again in more of a low state, even though the side of Area 51 does have objective bounties, but they're all not really quite in reach. Especially those bottom and middle tier 2 towers, and that top lane tier 3.
No, not with Dusk being a guard dog in that top lane.
A guard dog indeed. As we see a bit over a 2k gold lead.
Dabi's coming.
Dusk respecting.
Yeah. Yeah, don't blame him. Don't blame him.
Yeah,
he was pushing in the tower. Saw the ultimate coming in, and is just nope. I am having none of this.
Oh, Wildstorm.
Nautilus.
It. And
Ares comes in from the back here though. Gets some. The tower does fall. The cease resist comes in from Eze. Vilestorm dropping low. He manages to shield himself.
It's just a disaster.
It is a severe disaster. Such a Bedomu using the stopwatch to survive for all of 2 seconds more. And Weebly gets another triple kill.
This is an end. This should be an end. Oh, great flash from Davis.
Oh, Davis. It's all up to you. No pressure at all whatsoever.
No pressure. Just 1v5 as arrives with 3 items. Have fun.
Yeah, Dundeeznuts just standing there. He is recalling to try and get back to base, but we see the first tower falling and the second tower goes down fast, and this this Nexus is going to fall next. We see Brian trying to come back in, and Davis trying to do anything at all, but game number 3 just goes to Dundeeznuts.
Even though Wildstorm misses, so he just uses his